guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel, and what a day it's been today. It's been one of those days. So what was I on about? Yes, the lovely taxi driver that came to collect me from my mum's address. Beforehand, my mum had been talking about her ex-mental health worker, Ben, who was an Asian man who injected my mum with mental health injections years and yonks ago. So my mum was talking about Ben and how she was fed up with Ben, and the taxi driver came. A young Asian man, very impatient, started ringing on the doorbell and banging the door. And I just said to him, I said, my mum's disabled, she can't get up very fast. And he said he was ringing the doorbell out of courtesy. So he was knocking the door knocker, ringing the doorbell, and I went to the door and there was nobody there. Just a white taxi parked outside my mum's, and he got in the taxi. I thought it was rude. I don't think he was doing it out of courtesy, but because why didn't he wait and say, excuse me, the taxi's here? Why did he bugger off and shut the door and ignore me? So I go in the back of the taxi, and he said he banged and rang the doorbell out of courtesy, and he was on his mobile phone to somebody, to an Asian man. So, it's very rude. I found the driver very, very rude. There's nothing worse than being irritated by someone talking on their mobile phone for 45 minutes. That's what it felt like. Talking to people on his mobile, not to his ear. Fair enough, it was hands-free. But you're not well, you're feeling tired, and there's someone rabbiting on the phone in a foreign accent you can't understand. He was rabbiting on in his own language, and I'm English, and I couldn't understand a word of it. He could have been insulting me for all I know, I don't know. I just found it rude and offensive. All the way he was on the phone from Chatham to Rochester. He was on the hands-free handset talking to, first of all, an elderly Indian man, then another Indian man, and then an Indian woman. And, he was talking to me while he was talking to the chap on the phone. So somebody was listening to my conversation while he was talking on his hands-free with loudspeaker. He had the loudspeaker on, so the bloke at the other end of the phone would have heard me in the back seat speaking. Very rude. Very rude indeed. All I happened to say was that the Luton Road was closed off. Can we go round Wayfield? And he said, I'm going that way anyway, I know that. Very rude driver indeed, very offensive and rude. There was no need for it. And if he's in such a hurry, why was he on his mobile phone chatting for over half an hour? So you know what it's like when you've got a headache, you don't feel well, and someone's got their phone on loudspeaker, and you're in the back seat, you know what I mean? I just found it rude. Also dangerous. Half the time he was looking at his phone and not at the road. He could have had an accident while I was in the car. How can you drive when you are talking to someone on the phone for nearly half an hour? You can't. If he'd have taken his eyes off the road for 1 second, he could have crashed that taxi. The most irritating, rude driver I've had in a long time. And it felt like something out of Little Britain, because when he stopped at Star Hill at the traffic lights, there was a woman staring at me with her big teeth. At the window, female driver with funny teeth staring at me as I was in the back seat. This is dangerous. Driving when you're speaking and having a conversation on the phone with somebody, whether it's hands-free or not. You should pull over and speak, not drive and have a full-blown conversation on a phone in a car while you're driving. It's dangerous. I don't know what taxi service that was, but it was appalling. That driver was terrible. So I've had my lunch from my mum's been tatted. I've been through some things in my life, but that was ridiculous. That was so reckless and stupid and dangerous. I'm at home now, and I was going to call an Uber, but my phone wasn't connected to the internet because I know Uber drivers are usually safe. So I couldn't call an Uber, and so my mum spent £28 in taxi fare. Not me, my mother has spent £28 in taxi fare. Something else happened during the day which has upset me as well. I didn't panic, but it has upset me. I want Max back. Max is a male dog. He's not a lady dog. He's a male. Max has got man's parts. He's a male dog, right? And how can you mistake that for a lady dog? Max is a boy. My Chihuahua is a boy Chihuahua. Well, I was looking after someone else's dog, to be honest, and he was keeping me company, and when I got sick, I gave him into the care of somebody else. But that's a boy dog, unless you need glasses. Like I'm a woman. Now they're calling Max a lady. I don't get it. I can't wait to have Max back. I've missed him so much. His company, he's gorgeous. He's my best friend, and he does get into some adventures, old Max. He really does.